That game was interesting at first when it came out. I remember playing it. And I remember like having the graphics troubles. It had a lot of like rubber banding, but I enjoyed the. It brought people together. You know what I mean? Like I remember playing the game with like Jim. I don't remember if you joined me. You still hate the game. Have you seen how it is now? They changed it completely, bro. So I mean, yeah, a game came out a year ago. That makes sense. The FOVs, them.
A year ago into early access. Back then, this was labeled as the Tarkov killer.
Yeah, just like X Defiant killed Warzone,
doesn't
killed Call of Duty.
So, what is Gray Zone Warfare today? The game that's moving away from extraction shooter
And have a tiny sight picture? I think so.
Bigger in scope. Is bigger?
Yeah, it's almost better to not use one.
Or is the game changing into something worse? Let's jump back to when Gray Zone entered the scene early 2024. Tarkov announced their infamous 250.
Oh yeah,
a new game.
The game is still in beta, and they're trying to get people to play.
Out of nowhere, Gray Zone Warfare
Main down sight, but not look through the.
Yeah, the honeymoon didn't last. Bugs, rough performance.
Yeah, people's faces not appearing
in early access.
Had to set the FOV to 50.
People bounced fast.
I remember that.
See what additional updates would.
I wonder what changed, because they said they were listening to people.
At launch, it felt like it wanted to be Tarkov. Same gear feel, same.
Yeah, it really did. It felt like a slightly easier Tarkov.
Different way of exfilling.
It was still brutal. The game was still pretty mean, man.
UI, it's pretty easy to see the inspiration. A lot of games doing this exact same thing. But now, it really is a completely different. Tests can be completed without leaving the field. Compounded then with no round timer and no instant.
What do you mean not leaving the field?
This really does feel like a perpetual open world. Honestly, more akin to an MMORPG. Beats that are constant.
I'll download this and do this tomorrow or the next time I stream just to see what's changed.
Squad-based PvE ops. There's
Rainey's in here somewhere.
PvP flashpoints that will evolve.
Rainey brought this up to me.
Combat outposts, blue armbands on any of your friendly faction members, and red on opposing ones.
So you just have to pay attention.
You don't have the classic UI system that you might have in a game like Call of Duty. You will have to look at it. Devs are listening though. The turnaround didn't just
optimization, so they did go over that. Anti-cheat. See, Arena Infinite. Wait, Arena Breakdown Infinite? Yeah, Arena Breakdown Infinite was cool, but the pay-to-win aspect is the one thing that sucks and turned me off about it. It's the only thing. Like, the gameplay on that was actually really cool. I liked being able to use the compass. They made it easier to communicate with people. Like, you would play with some fuckboys every now and then. They were nowhere near, like, the Lucy Sweats and the weird, like, just geeked out fucking... Those people hit their wives. I never had issues with it. I guess I didn't run into people using it. I didn't either. But I guess it was just something that kind of comes down the line. I'm down. You know, I'll wait for it to come out on Steam so it operates a little smoother. And it's easier to get people to play with you once it's on Steam. I know it's coming out on Steam. But I'll do this and then the next time. As a matter of fact, I want to say Arena Breakout is when we met DJ Starburst, actually.
Especially at the beginning, gives you coordinates within the world of where to go and where you go alongside.
This game's been out a year. You already have a full, like, just an optimized website for that?
Have that information natively in the game and not forcing me to read every single line and paragraph of the lore and story to figure out what to do another quest.
I hate that all games I end up absolutely loving are hacked out.
There was only so many helicopters players out at a time.
But Gray Zone, it's not as big a problem.
Won't send you out on that Griffin, have it pick you up.
How this game feels.
All the way from base and then fly you back. The system's just much better. I'm not sure if this
Delta
is
Force.
The best system.
It got to where it was just blatant. Yeah, dude.
A lot of the quality of life issues that were there before. One of the biggest surprises.
Free games, man. That is the only problem with free games.
Immersive this is between the lightning, sound design, fog, rain, the way all of the foliage and the trees are moving, and the level of detail here. We spent
that's cool.
Time going through all of the quests together, and there was no shortage of them. Each of the quests that we had kind of chained with each other, so we were doing 2 or 3 in the same area of the city while we were doing it. The AI are a massive threat. Healing is no joke. The
AI is brutal.
Sim feel than most other games that I've played lately, but there are frustrations that do come with that I know many players love.
Get hooked on free games. Lord, I was born a gambling man.
If a friendly is shooting next to you,
is gambling a thing?
Blurry. And if you only have a holographic sight,
Yeah, tape. Does that answer your question about the sight right there? It doesn't look like it helps any at all. You would be better off going to download the Crosshairs app from Steam. No, I just find that the mechanics are made to get us all hooked like gambling. Yes. A lot of times, yes.
game is set up is like a triangle. One faction in each corner.
Yeah, the game was always like that.
Starting towns are right in front of their bases, but as you get more difficult quests,
what up, Neeps?
You go into the in-between, and both factions must go to that in-between city to complete quests.
Forces my hand and I have to play. Yeah, because you can't watch him just go in there by himself, man. I know how you are. You're like, damn, Guns is in there by himself. He needs my help. And you're a saint to do it, man.
Really appreciate that they have the option for PvP. Also choose to do this in PvE, meaning that if you come against another faction or...
So this we knew already.
You're not going to be able to kill each other. You can make friends in the PvP side of things, but it's going to be a lot easier on the PvE, allowing you to just go through, explore this world, complete missions, using this amazing military tech in this painful, realistic world where you can still die and lose your gear if you can't make it back.
You're gonna.
Or if somebody else takes it first. These outposts that are out in the world are also a combat point, so different factions can fight.
Oh, so those outposts he was talking about where you can go and like restock and all that stuff in between missions, you have to fight for them. That's cool. That's actually really fucking cool.
Control of
kudos on a cool idea.
Which if you
I'll hurry to get back. You're good.
Respawn much faster if you do die, and I think at least will make the.
I think we get a release date for Exoborn. Ooh, yeah, because that new beta is coming out.
Key for one of the.
I'm waiting for it to just go into
devs
alpha.
Were actually watching my stream and sent it to
or
me.
Right into the not alpha.
The whole area was just
into the game.
Completely controlled by a different faction, so we had to sneak our way through. We hear shots out in the distance that are absolutely enemies as we're trying to fight this high tier AI. Since we're now out of the starting basic area. Fortunately,
so when you're there, another faction is running it, and you have to take it over anyway. So you're fighting AI to get your base back.
Through it, but while it's no joke, it's also kind of cool that you can go do whatever you want in this world. The first time we even played this, we tried to go raid an enemy team's actual faction base, and that did not end well. And what additional updates they come out with, but I do feel like it is on a very interesting track.
Very much so.
Wanting to play more, there is still so much more that I didn't get to see, and I will say too, there was quite a few people from the Gray Zone community that definitely recommend.
I am interested in this.
There's a lot of content on this game. It does seem like a really cool community, and I do think a lot would be willing.
And I mean, I don't know. I mean, I keep up with this guy. I've never really watched any of his breakdown videos before. Fairy Lady, how you doing?